Hi everyone, I'm Amena and welcome back, explorers, to my vlog. Also, if you happen to be new here or are a repeat visitor, be welcome. Be sure to also look at the description below for all credits given. And with all that said, good morning everyone. Now, that I did a episode 255 part 2, we should be lined up for the right number. I accidentally skipped a number along the way throughout my vlogs, and it's kind of showing. But instead of going back, renaming every single one, I just gave a title with a part 2. So this should be, with any luck, Random Thoughts Vlog episode 256, I think. But either way, I wanted to make sure everyone knew why there was a part 2 for 255. Okay, so I had a random thought about why telemarketers and hackers are similar or the same or do the same thing is random, quite random. And yeah, it's one of those things where everyone's plagued by telemarketers. They're only supposed to be calling you during business hours, but with everybody working during business hours, they call you all hours of the day anyway. Because there are some people who are at home, some people who are working, and what constitute business hours? Because there's a first shift, a second shift, and a third shift. So I look at it as, well, if you work from 9 to 5, they're calling you after hours. Because they're calling during, the after 5 part. Yeah. However, there are some telemarketers that do call you during the 9 to 5, but then they're not getting you because you're at work. They are getting the stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads, but they're not getting you because you're working. Now, what about those people who work, say, like 2 to 9 or 10 or something like that? Or even 11? That's second shift, right? Well, they still find you. Because then they're calling during the typical business hours, which you should be sleeping. Because, yeah, well, either way, telemarketers don't really care about business hours. Because business hours are like 9 to 5, or 2 to 11, or 11 to 5. So that's why they don't care. They will call you whenever it's supposedly business hours, but realistically, they're calling you after hours when they shouldn't be calling you, no matter what shift you have. And when they call you, they do things like, oh, hi, we have a free gift for you, or, that you don't have to pay for until your 30 days is up. Wait, what? Oh, you got me a free gift, but you're trying to sell me something. And come to think of it, telemarketers were originally the door-to-door salesman. So, the telemarketers are the door-to-door salesmen of the modern age? And yeah, it's such a random thing to be talking about. And it's kind of funny when you think about it. Now, when they do that, they're stealing your time, right? Right. Now, how are telemarketers and hackers the same? Well, the biggest difference between the telemarketers and hackers is telemarketers are trying to sell you something. Hackers are trying to steal something from you, right? Now, some hackers hack into your accounts, like maybe it's a Twitter account, maybe it's a game account, maybe it's a Facebook account. But either way, you spent a lot of time working on your Facebook page. Or maybe you're spending time just tweeting and doing things on your Twitter account. Or all the progress you made in a game. All those things take time and effort on your part. Now, let's say a hacker comes along. They see what you've been doing and they get to work trying to steal your time away from you. All the time and effort you put into making those things. Now, this is the serious part. Part of the reason I'm bringing hackers up is due to the fact that my own personal Facebook account that I had spent so much time on got hacked and stolen. Oh yeah, I did. I took all the precautions, save for one, because what they want didn't match me. They wanted my dead name. They wanted any legal documentation proving I am who I am. And it has to match up with your Facebook account. Well, that didn't quite work. So I didn't do the one thing they wanted me to. And, of course, the hacker was happy with that because even though I locked them out, they were still able to say they were me. Oh well. Either way, I posted a video straight to Facebook saying what my personal Facebook's name was, and if you were friends with that Facebook, to defriend it right away, or if it would reach out to you, not to accept any friend requests from it. And I also said to share that video with everybody on Facebook. Now, There's a reason I brought that up. The reason is the day following that video, I got an email from an email I recognized, but when I looked at where the reply would be sent, it's like, oh no, I'm not going to respond to this person because that was the hacker. Now, I've been serious long enough, and I wanted to start with something a little bit more upbeat, which was telemarketers. Yeah, sure, they steal your time, but they are doing their job. Despite the fact that they're not necessarily respecting times you're supposed to be relaxing, not being at work. But that's ridiculous. Either way, I still think, randomly, it makes sense to say hackers and telemarketers are the same in the fact that they steal your time. They're not the same in the fact that telemarketers are doing their job. Hackers are doing it because they can. But yeah. Just do yourselves a favor and be very careful when responding to anybody you haven't been messaged by for a number of years, and be especially concerned when they start out asking, how are you doing? Can I ask you a favor? Because that is how hackers can get you. Either way, the next vlog that I will be doing will be a little bit more upbeat and less negative. I tried to keep this as upbeat as possible, and although telemarketers are still kind of a negative topic, I think I did a good job at least making them funny. But if I haven't, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring anybody's day down. But with that said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And just bear in mind everything I said and be careful. With that said, though, I think I've talked your ears off long enough. So I'll leave you with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Be sure to hit that notification bell because YouTube doesn't always like to share. Be safe, be healthy, and as always, be true to you. Amena, signing off.